Declaration of Independence says a line. Our founders, who signed this document at a time when it seemed almost impossible that America could separate and be free from Europe, from England. It seemed impossible. Most powerful army in the world, most powerful king. These folks dressed up in spiffy uniforms, beautiful red coats finely pressed. The noble people ran that army. Knew, because they had the best education and the best breeding, how to win a war. But yet, our founders signed that document, put their lives on the line, because they wanted to create an opportunity for each of them, their children, and people they knew not of, to be free. When they signed that document, they said, we pledge to each other. See, that's what America's always been about. Yes, it's about lofty things. It's about a great country. But ultimately, it's about us. It's about you and me. It's about you and your neighbor and your family. The greatness of America is not the patriotism we have for a government. It's the love we have for each other and our common bond to build a great community, a family, neighborhood, and thereby a great country. So they pledge to each other their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. In the next 24 hours, I am not pledging anybody, asking anybody to pledge their life. Although, as you know, today, people are out there across this world putting on the uniform of the American military and defending our freedom every single day. And our veterans. And I'm not asking you to pledge your fortune. Although if tonight when you go home, if you go to ricksantorum.com, I remind everybody that we raised $9 million in the month of February. And 2/3 of that money came from people who gave us under $200. A young woman came up. She was dressed in a little shirt and uniform. She handed me $13. She said, that's the tips I made from being a pet groomer today. I met a little girl at an event here in Ohio that handed me $20 for her babysitting money. Story after story of people stepping up. Last night in Oklahoma, I thanked a young man who made over 2,500 calls. 2,500 calls in the state of Oklahoma, and he was sitting there in a wheelchair with spina bifida. Folks, I can tell you story after story of people who are legitimately concerned about how this country will view them. The average person in America, who the government thinks they should be ruled, who doesn't believe in their ability to be free anymore. And they're doing big things, little things, but they're doing things. Why? Because they all understand their honor is at stake. We have been given a great inheritance here in America, this generation, every generation. What makes the greatest generation? It's because they were of higher character? No. It's because they identified the challenge to freedom in America and rose to meet that challenge. You here in Ohio know the challenge. You here in Ohio know the challenge, and over the next 24 hours we're going to see whether people here in Eastern Ohio will stand up and meet that challenge to do your duty, preserve your honor, and keep freedom alive. Thank you.